Hey guys, Isabel here. Welcome back to Reeled In. It's time for another Harry Potter merchandise review video. It has been a while. I keep saying that I'm gonna get on it regularly, but then it always takes up, a couple weeks between each video. But I have recently gone back to Universal Studios, back to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. If you want to check out that vlog, feel free. And this video will be a review of the wand that chose me. I did it, guys. I finally got into the Ollivanders wand ceremony show, and I was the lucky person that the wand maker picked, and I got my very own wand. That video is also up on my channel, so feel free to check that out if you're interested. But let's get to the review. So Universal does sell a couple of wands that are not necessarily character wands, but wands that you can choose for yourself. I think there may be 5 or 8 different ones, and you don't have to wait for a ceremony to get yourself one. You can walk into the Ollivanders shop in Diagon Alley or Hogsmeade, and you can get them for yourself if you don't want to wait for the ceremony, but you want a wand that doesn't belong to a character, but you can call your own. But the box I have is a nice dark burgundy color. On the side it has the Ollivander symbol with gold foiling that catches the light. Always a very lovely detail. Now this definitely is a sticker, and you can kind of tell it's not always stuck onto the box straight. Sometimes it's diagonal, but I don't really care about that, to be honest. But on the top of the box we have Ollivander's name, the O in that lovely symbol of his, with the wand movement creating the O as it casts a magic spell. And on the box it says, makers of fine wands since 382 BC. On the back of the box, the bottom, we have some trademark information as well as a warning that this could potentially be a choking hazard. But let's open the box. That new wand smell. So these wands are also interactive wands, which if you guys have watched my other wand reviews, you know I prefer the collectible ones because 1, they're cheaper, and 2, I like to collect character wands. But the ones at the parks are, except for maybe 2 or 3 different wands, are all pretty much interactive wands. So of course it comes with a map of Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley, all the interactive spots around the park where you can do your own magic. So here's the wand still inside the box. If you want a collector Ollivanders box, you can check out the Noble collection. It's a couple dollars extra than it usually is, but you get a nice velvet cushion to hold your wand, whereas you really just have a hard plastic in this one. But you know what, as long as it protects the wand, I'm not gonna complain. Now I have to say, getting chosen for the Ollivanders wand ceremony was honestly such a magical experience. They really do their best to make you feel like you're doing your own magic. And when the correct wand chooses you, to make you physically feel the magic coursing through you when your wand chooses you. So let's take a look at this wand, which is technically mine, but again, you can also buy this one as well in the parks if it intrigues you. So starting off with the base of the wand, the color is a murky brown with what looks like a strap of leather wrapped around it. The painting on this one I think is honestly so gorgeous. There's 3 different colors that I see, and they're all warm browns and rusted. There's rusted tints on it. The whole shaft is russet, which is one of my favorite colors, so I think this wand really did kind of choose me. The very base of the wand is what I would describe as having a hoof, a horse hoof perhaps, an equestrian or maybe even bovine hoof, but I think mostly it's a horse. There are some paint scratches on the very bottom of it. It's a flat bottom. I don't really mind that too much, as that may not be easily visible to others. There is a chip also in, I'm just gonna call it a hoof to be honest, because that's really what it looks like. But I think that's part of the design. This is definitely a more rugged and I would say natural wand, like someone really took a branch off of a tree, carved it, and maybe it's been sitting in the shop for a little while. Just above the handle we have this red coil, which I think is supposed to be black, but it has a red finish to it. Again, I do enjoy the color scheme of reds, and above it we have ridges, which is initially a black color but also has a rusted red finish over it. Now the shaft of the wand I think is one of the most beautiful pieces I've seen. It is again a burgundy, a russet red color, like if you took a branch from a redwood tree. And on the shaft is carved several leaves. You can see it starts off with the stem and the vines of the leaves down the middle, and then you have the jagged edges of the points of the leaves. So again, very nature oriented, very natural, and just a really great, I think, design to add to the wand. Another detail I love about this wand is that, except for maybe a part in the middle, this entire wand is not actually straight. It's full of curves and dips, and the hilt here is slightly bowed upwards, and then we get a contrasting concave in the middle here. And though it does appear to be straight on the shaft, once you get towards the top, it actually leans a little bit to the right. So a very lovely detail that can be hard to catch, but I think just adds a bit more charm to this wand. Again, like you took a stick from a tree, a small one, and you carved it, and it already had a natural curve in it, and you just left it. I love running my hands over it because you can really feel every ridge and every carving in the wand. This wand is made out of resin, so the leather straps here aren't actually leather, but they still protrude from the actual wood of the wand itself, and so it just adds a bit more texture when you're holding on to your wand and casting your spells. Honestly, I can't wait to take this back to the park and do my own magic in Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley. When will that be? I have no idea, but I will definitely be doing a video on it. And of course, can't forget we do have some trademark information at the very base of the wand, and it's on what I would say the bottom of the wand. Just based on how the design is, I would say this is the front and then this is the back. So if you've been watching my videos, you know I don't like being to clearly see the trademark information. I know you have to have it. So the fact that the information is on a spot where, one, my hand will be covering it when I'm using my wand, it's a +1 for me. Now in the ceremony, I was told that this wand is made out of reed and that the core is from a phoenix tail feather. And I have to say, out of all the wand cores that Ollivander uses, dragon heartstrings, unicorn hairs, and phoenix feathers, I had always hoped that a phoenix feather would be my core, and here it is. And to have a wood made out of reed, which I feel like is not one of the more popular ones, at least in the books, I'm really happy with it. I'm really, really happy with it. But I will leave a link in the description if you don't want to go to the parks and you can just purchase this online. I believe the Universal Shop website does have this. I will check, and if it does have it, I will put a link in the description. And honestly, I feel super lucky to have had this experience. We went towards the end of the day in Hogsmeade for the last showing. It was like 6:30 p.m. and the group was very small. My friend and I were the first person in the group. If you want to know a couple of tips I think will help you be the person to be chosen for the wand ceremony. Don't go in a group with young kids because they will pick the children. If you're going in a group that has a bridesmaid's party or a birthday party with visible, like it's visibly, you can see that's what it is, they will choose that person to give them the best experience. So honestly, the reason why I was chosen was because I was in a group of entire adults and I was the only one wearing a Harry Potter t-shirt. So definitely just try to do something to make yourself stand out like that you are a true fan, because that's who they're gonna pick. And maybe if you go on your birthday and you have your button that says it's your birthday, they will choose you. The wand maker literally looks around the group as they walk into the store to see which customer he will help today. But guys, I hope you enjoyed my review of my very own wand. Leave a like on the video. Comment, are you interested in this wand or other wands like it that aren't necessarily character wands, but wands you can choose for yourself? And if you have done the Ollivander experience, let me know what you thought about it. I'd love to hear your guys' story. And be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future Harry Potter merchandise reviews, as well as the Wizarding World of Harry Potter vlog videos. But guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.